has it been since we played a good James Bond game? I think Bloodstone was fine. Bloodstone had some good moments, had some bad moments. I remember playing Bloodstone, and I played it on hard, and I enjoyed the difficulty on hard, except when those ridiculous difficulty spikes would come upon. Um, I remember the helicopter, and it would barely touch you with those bullets, and you would drop. It was a real bullshit level. Um, but I loved tackling guys in that game. You'd run up on them and just tackle them to the ground, and that kind of added a little layer of gameplay other than just doing this all day. So I'm trying to think of other great moments in these Bond games. The other problem with this video is these games are old. These games are quite old. I don't remember. James Bond, Everything or Nothing, great game. It was Pierce Brosnan. It had its own story. I was a big fan of that game. It was hard, but it was all lock-on because third-person shooters on consoles just were not common. I mean, to be fair, they were not common, period, but regardless, you would lock onto the guy, and then you would have a little dot where you would control where those bullets would go. I really hope they do a remake of this game. Man, did it look good at the time, though. I bet that low resolution probably doesn't look so good these days. We just need a port. Just port that shit over to Xbox, because I know how good it looks. Oh no, you can see the pile. And then Everything or Nothing, from Wretched with Love, was another shooter that played the same, but it was the Sean Connery movie, and I thought it was very good as well. Sean Connery actually came in and did all the voice work, so I was a big fan of that game. I appreciated that they went back and gave that movie its due. They didn't have to, but they did. I thought it was cool. I forgot who it was. EA. Quantum of Solace was a first-person Bond game that I really liked. I played it on PC, I think, exclusively. Played the hell out of that game. Kind of played like Call of Duty. I thought the shooting was great. I really enjoyed it. I just felt fine. Weapons looked good. Had good graphics. Had everything looked pretty sharp. I remember the weapon models looked great. Had a good multiplayer. Just running around shooting at each other. It's good stuff. I really enjoyed that game. I can't remember much about it, but I think I beat the single player. Yeah, I really can't remember shit about that game. I remember enjoying it. I remember the multiplayer being a blast. Online. I'm trying to remember things to say about these games in this hour, but I think, and GoldenEye, of course, I played a bit of that growing up, but not as much as everyone else. I had limited access to 64s, So, other than that, I kind of got to some of those Bond games after they'd come out, and some of those PlayStation 2 ones were rough anyway. Xbox, GameCube as well. There really are not a lot of great Bond games, but there's at least half a dozen great Bond games, I think. The ones I mentioned. Anyway, that's all I got.